What if I tell you that most Spanish sentences come from the same simple pattern? Most learners never see this, but once you see it, Spanish starts making sense fast. I'm Carlos, headmaster and creator of the Spanish B.O.S.S, and in just 10 minutes I'm gonna show you the logic behind thousands of sentences in Spanish. And no worries, this is not another grammar lesson that you will never use in real life. This is the shortcut. By the end of this video, you should be able to create your own phrases and sentences in Spanish with confidence. So, vamos a salir de esto rápido pues. In a previous video, we spoke about how to use the verb necesitar, okay? So if you didn't watch the video, I'm gonna leave the link in the description, but if you don't, I'm just gonna do a quick reminder here, okay? So the first thing we said last time is that we have two different types of verbs, right? We said that we have verbs in their natural form, and they are called natural form because that's the way you find it in a dictionary, right? In English, all of them, they will start with to. For example, if I say to walk, or to work, to buy, to sell, to eat, to drink, to live, or to sleep. All these verbs, they are natural form because they start with to. In Spanish, we have an equivalent to this natural form. So basically, we also have a natural form. But instead of identifying them because of the beginning of the verb, we know that a verb is in the natural form because of the ending. So basically, every single verb in the natural form in Spanish ends in AR, ER, or IR. Let me show it. For example, if I say to walk, I would say just caminar, right? If you see ends in AR, that means it's natural form. That's it. For example, this case, to work, it will be trabajar. One more time, ends in AR, it's also natural form. Or to buy, that it will be comprar. One more time, ends in AR, it's natural form, okay? This case, to sell, in Spanish we would say vender. Ends in ER, it's natural form. To eat, we say comer. Ends in ER, it's natural form. Or to drink, it will be beber. Ends in ER, also natural form. Or to live, in Spanish we say vivir. One more time, ends in IR, it's natural form. Or to sleep, that in Spanish we would say just dormir, okay? So if you see all these verbs in Spanish, like caminar, ends in AR, trabajar, ends in AR, comprar, ends in AR, this one ER, 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 IR, and IR. That means all these verbs, they will be in their natural form, okay? In English, as you guys see, all of them, they start with to. And this is the most important concept that we need to learn about Spanish, because if you guys learn this thing correctly, then the rest of the Spanish will be super simple, like super easy, okay? But if we don't fully understand this concept, like if this concept is not crystal clear, then we're gonna be struggling later, okay? So keep that in mind, right? So as we said, we had verbs in natural form, and we were having conjugations, or something we call verbs in the personal form. And they are called the personal form because the person that performs the action is already inside the word, okay? In the last video, we spoke about the verb necesitar, that means to need. And we spoke about two conjugations, like I need, that it will be in this case, necesito, or you need, that it will be necesitas. So if you guys pay attention to this, the only thing that is actually changing is the AR, right? Like this part that we have here. So if we change this AR, that means we're changing the verb from the natural form into the personal form, okay? So we just need to learn the endings, that's it. In the I form, we just use O for necesito. You form, it would be AS, like necesitas. Then for the he, she, or it form in Spanish, we're just going to use the letter A. So we would say necesita, that's it. The we form, it will be amos. So we say necesitamos, that means we need, okay? And necesita, okay? So necesita means you guys need or they need. That's it. Now, after saying all this, after having this concept clear, in the previous video, we also said that in Spanish, as in English, there is just 3 different ways to say things. That's it. We cannot even think in a different way to say something, right? Just 3 ways, and that's it. So we said that we will have a positive form, we said that we were gonna have a negative form, and a question form, okay? About the positive form, we said that this is just an affirmative statement, okay? So something like, for example, something like you need to work. And we said that the positive form or the affirmative statement, whatever you guys want to call it, in Spanish and English, they both work exactly in the same way. So if I say you need, I'm just going to say this one here, right? Like necesitas. So let me just put it here. So we have necesitas, and then we just have to work, a verb in their natural form. How do we know that it's in the natural form? Because it starts with to. So if it's in the natural form in Spanish, it's not going to be conjugated, okay? This is one of the most common mistakes we have in Spanish. And it's when someone starts learning Spanish, they just try to conjugate every single verb. But if you guys see, in this case, this one is natural form because it starts with to. That means in Spanish, it's going to finish in AR, ER, or IR. In this case, to work, it will be just trabajar. That's it, ends in AR, right? So let me just put it here. And that's it, we have the positive form ready. So basically, we don't really need to learn anything because the positive form in English and in Spanish, they both work exactly the same way, right? So if you see, I just did it word by word. It always works. Now that we know how to do the positive form, we can get the negative form and question form out of the positive form, right? Because they both depend on the positive form. So basically, this negative form depends on positive form, right? So if I need to say something in the negative form, so basically I'm just going to think about the positive form first, and then I'm just going to make a negative. That's it. For example, in this case, let's just do exactly the same statement, but in the negative form. So I'm just going to say, you don't need to work, okay? So as we said, negative form depends on positive form. So basically, I'm just going to say exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to say, necesitas trabajar. But I'm just going to add no right before the first verb. And that's it. For example, in this case, you don't need to work. I'm just going to say this, necesitas trabajar, right? Let me just put it here. So necesitas, that means you need. And to work, that as we already know, is just trabajar, right? A verb in their natural form. So let's say, as you see, this is literally exactly the same that we said here, necesitas trabajar. But now, since this is negative form, the only thing we need to do is just adding no right before the verb. That's it. So I'm just going to say, no necesitas trabajar. That's it. This is negative form. It always works exactly in the same way. So every time you guys need to say something in negative form, you can always think about positive form and then you just add no. It always works. And now, what about the question form? So question form, one more time, depends on positive form, right? So if I know positive form, I can say question form. For example, in this case, my question form will be, do you need to work? And one more time, as we said, question form, it's literally the same as positive form, but we just need to make it sound as a question. So basically, to say this thing in the question form, I'm just going to say exactly this, necesitas trabajar, okay? Now, how do we make this in a question? Then you just add question marks, or if you're saying it, then we just need to make it sound as a question, and that's it. So now, with this thing clear, we can start using, or we can start combining this thing any way you want. For example, you can use any conjugation of this plus any verb in the natural form. I mean, not just these verbs, right? You can use any verb in their natural form. It's going to work. So basically, you can be completely confident. Like whatever you guys say using any of these things plus any verb in the natural form is going to make sense. And I use necesitar to explain this thing because this is one of the most important verbs. Because just with this verb, we can understand how the whole language works. I mean, you can do exactly the same logic with present tense, past tense, future tense, anything you want. You can use this thing in positive, negative, question form, any verb in natural form, any conjugation, it doesn't matter. It always works. For example, in this case, if you guys see, we have necesito, that is I need, or necesitas, you need. Ella necesita, that will be she needs. Él necesita, that is he needs. Necesita, it needs. Necesitamos, we need. Ellos necesitan, they need. Or ustedes necesitan, that is you guys need, right? And we have verbs in the natural form, like caminar, trabajar, hablar, comer, vender, vivir, ir, dormir. Random verbs. It could be any verb you want. And you can combine this thing any way you want. It's going to make sense, always, okay? For example, we can say something like this. Like, necesito dormir. I need to sleep. That's it, it makes sense. What if I need to say this thing in the negative form? Like, I don't need to sleep. So I'm just going to say, necesito dormir, like the positive form, but I just need to add no right before the verb. So instead of just necesito dormir, I'm going to say no necesito dormir. Okay? That's it. Let's do another example. For example, if we say this, ellos necesitan, that is, they need. And let's say comer, that means to eat. So basically we say ellos necesitan comer, like they need to eat. What if I need to say this thing in the negative form? Then I just add no in front. So I'm just going to say ellos no necesitan comer. Or what if I want to make a question like, do they need to eat? So I'm just going to say exactly the same as a positive, ellos necesitan comer. But I just need to make it sound as a question. So like, ellos necesitan comer. And that's it. Another example, let's say ella necesita, like, trabajar, for example. That would be, she needs to work. That's it, right? Negative form, ella no necesita trabajar. She doesn't need to work. Or question form, like, does she need to work? Same as positive, ella necesita trabajar, but we just make it sound as a question. So as I said already, you can combine this thing with any verb you want, right? And not just the verb necesitar. In the next videos, we're going to see the rest of these powerful verbs because we can say a lot of things just with 4 verbs, okay? So in the next video, we're going to be speaking about it. But you can combine any verb here plus any verb in their natural form and it's going to make sense, okay? But we still have something important we need to clarify with this thing. And let me show you. But before continuing, if you guys want to learn this thing, or if you guys actually need to learn Spanish in order with a logic, you can join my school community. Right now, I have 7 days free trial. You can try it out. If you don't like it, you can just leave. The free trial is not a teaser, so you have complete access, okay? You will have access to all my lessons, all the tricks, all the hacks, direct contact with my team of Spanish native professor, everything. So go and check it out. 7 days free. If you don't like it, you can just leave. No question asked, okay? But let's keep going. Now, what happens if I want to add more information? Let me just give you an example. Let's use, for example, a question form. So we're gonna say, does he need to buy a new car? And since this is a question, we can always say first the positive form. So instead of saying, does he need to buy a new car? We can say just, he needs to buy a new car as a statement, okay? So let's go. So we're gonna start with something that I call the core of the phrase. That will be just this part, right? Like, does he need to buy? As we know already, saying this thing as a question is the same as saying he needs to buy, right? So he needs, it will be this one that we have here. So it will be él necesita, that will be he needs, and then to buy, that it will be just the verb in their natural form. So we're just going to say this one that we have here, comprar. So we have él necesita, comprar. But what about a new car? What about that, right? How do we say a new car? And probably you have heard this thing already, because people say all the time the Spanish go backwards, but it's not that weird. So let me just show you. If you see, we have something that we call nouns and we have adjective, right? A noun is just pretty much the object, and the adjective is the characteristic of that object, right? In this case, we say new car. This one here, it will be my object. This one here, it will be my characteristic. The thing is, in Spanish, every single time we have an object and a characteristic, we just switch that, right? So instead of saying new car, we're just going to put car here and new here. So instead of saying new car, it's like if we were saying car new. That's it. But it only happened with this thing, right? Whenever you have an object and a characteristic, that's it. So instead of saying new car, we're just going to say car new. That in Spanish, car, it will be just carro, and new, it will be just nuevo. And that's it. So new car, in Spanish, it will be just carro nuevo. That's it. So let me just put it here. First, how do we say a? In Spanish, we say just un, and then new car, that it will be carro nuevo. So let's put here carro nuevo, right? So far we have, él necesita comprar un carro nuevo. That's it. This is the positive form, right? Like we're just saying he needs to buy a new car. How do we say this thing as a question? Well, we just add question marks, or if you're speaking, you just need to say it as a question, and that's it. So before continuing, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. It means the world to me. It helps me a lot. And it's for free, costs you nothing. So come on, subscribe. Also, I'm gonna leave you guys with this little phrase here, like they don't need to sell their old house. And you guys need to translate this and put the answer in the comments. So how would you guys say this in Spanish? Let me know in the comments just to be sure that everything is crystal clear, okay? So also, let me know in the comments what other topics would you like me to explain here. And if you have any question about this thing, just let me know, okay? I'll be there. So with all that being said, well, I guess we have got to the end of this video. Thank you very much for your attention y nos vemos la próxima. Todo bien.